Phenomenal. We're playing D&D.
We are playing D&D.
So last we left off, you took your one day off and you just really, really fucked it up.
Mm-hmm.
They, not we.
That's fair. That's a fair portion of blame to place upon them.
I did my best to unscrew the situation.
That's
You
true.
did pretty good.
You didn't even kill anybody to do it.
You've really successfully made it impossible to go back to the Adventurers Club in this unnamed town in the Congo.
I've got a disguise hat.
Okay. That's true. Which means what it means. You have successfully waited until the Grand Jubilee has arrived. It'll leave in 2 days now. From here. You have 2 days to figure out how to hide your giant Clydesdale-sized foxes, and to secure passage on this Zeppelin, an airship that is. You find yourself, I believe we left off right as it arrived. Previously, right after the duel. What would you guys like to do? You're now currently standing, watching this Zeppelin unload.
I'm not coming up with any ideas anymore. That's what I've learned. I'm looking over at Odd. Like, what should I do?
Well, we have at least several days to find out how we can disguise Lefty and Reginald. I have an idea I'd like to try, but may want to think of alternatives should it not pan out.
Odd nods.
So are the sheets a no-go?
Ooh. Like I said, I'd like us to think of some alternatives.
Trying so politely to say no.
You also have to find some sheets because I don't think you guys have any right now.
And they'd have to be rather high thread count. You know how Lefty and Reginald are.
Of course.
Very picky. What, Corvus, what's wrong with just walking in with them?
You saw how the people reacted to seeing you without your hat?
Hmm?
Probably a similar reaction. Worst case.
I look
But
at...
you have foxes, right?
What?
Foxes are not
Uncommon.
mystical creatures.
Not in Europe. And certainly if they were smaller.
Do we have a way to reduce them?
We'll just make them smaller then.
Yes, right. And how do you propose we do that?
I look at Lefty that is still covered in bows from me.
We're not back at camp. We're in the town.
We're not? Oh.
We just finished the duel and we
Sorry.
just saw the
Right.
airship arrive.
Right. Not looking at that right.
I
I thought we
imagine we're
walked-
kind
Sorry.
of walking
I thought we were
back.
walking back. Sorry.
Okay.
Right. Never mind.
As you guys are discussing, you do watch that a small group from the Adventurers Club is going towards the Zeppelin right now. And then do with that what you will.
They're gonna get on with us!
Oh.
How long is this zipline ride?
Odd, can you and Odd and Ólafur and Makani, could you go back to the camp? I can go and secure us passage on the airship.
Would you like some assistance with that?
No. We need you and all of your clever ideas back at camp trying to figure out how to disguise a pair of giant foxes.
I've got some ideas.
Ooh. What if we, like, took binoculars, but, like, turned them around and gave them to everyone?
I like this idea a lot.
Interesting. You should discuss it in more detail back at camp.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Ólafur, we've got some ideas. Yes.
You guys head back to camp. Odd follows you with her hiking sticks. So, Corvus, you make your way. The Grand Jubilee has docked in basically it's a big flat field. What you, Zach, would know, you could probably take a plane off of this field. It's flat enough and long enough for that, but I don't think Corvus would have enough experience with planes to.
Yes, those
really
innate flying contraptions that I've heard so much about.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're just a passing craze.
Yeah, why would you take a plane when you could take a Zeppelin?
Why would you take either when you can just cast the spell fly?
Also true. And it does look like there's a small contingent of locals and crew that are like unloading stuff. It does look like there are like passengers that are disembarking. And it looks like the group from the Adventurers Club has met up with another group off of the Grand Jubilee. And some of them are staying and talking. Some of them are walking back.
Do I recognize any of them? Just like as being, like, I don't know, someone I would have seen in the duel? Someone who might have a higher opinion of me?
Francis, James, Kirby.
Oh, Francis should, or no, not Francis. Was it? No, was it? Which one was the one that I told to go get, like, knockout drunk to forget the trauma that you put him through? Was that Francis or Archibald?
I believe that was Archibald. Francis was the one you dueled.
That's right.
Yeah. Quick perusing. There's a few people that you like vaguely recognize, like in like you saw them in the crowd kind of sense. But you also do see Francis's second, who you never caught his name, is also in the crowd, and looks like he's in the group that is staying and talking. And it looks like he's like rather animatedly talking to someone.
Now seems a good time to make an entrance.
Absolutely.
Walking up with all the supernatural grace that I have, the image of perfect, genteel gentleman. Pardon the interruption. I was hoping you might be able to help me. I'm afraid I don't know who I should send a servant to arrange passage on this vessel.
They pause for a second. They pause long enough that, like, in like a polite society, you know that they know and are acknowledging that you're being rude, but they're not going to call you on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tall, like Ichabod Crane-looking dude who came off of the what's the word I'm looking for? Off of the Zeppelin, says, I suppose if you to send a servant to anyone, if I do believe that the captain, and he points, and you see a vaguely like Navy style dressed, definitely civilian style dressed guy who does appear to be talking to someone while watching people unload cargo from the back end of the Zeppelin.
Excellent. Most excellent. Pardon my interruption. I know it was rude, but I am in some haste. Thank you very much for your time.
Of course.
And I will hurry off back towards the camp. I'm not going to walk directly to the captain. I'm going to wait for them to move away. Don't want to, sully my reputation.
Of course. All right, so you wait a little bit. It is... You catch snips of the conversation, and you're pretty sure that they are both talking about you and the duel. And like even like with the bits of conversation you got from beforehand, you're pretty sure they were talking about the duel prior to you interrupting.
Yeah, that's why I figured it was a good time to interrupt.
Yeah.
Put a face to the reputation.
They do end up leaving. Roll me a perception check.
I believe that'd be a 28.
28. There is as you're like watching them leave and you like turn around and you're kind of like not meandering, but you're being unintrusive and kind of vaguely moving in the direction.
The potatoes aren't cooked all the way through.
There's like a brief like moment when you are really confident that the tall Ichabod Crane looking guy is still in the crowd that is like near the ramp off of the Zeppelin, but like you turn and look back at him walking towards the Adventurers Club with the second, and then you look back and he's there walking, but he's not in the crowd where you thought he was for a second ago.
Oh. Does this seem like some kind of magical effect?
You could make me an Arcana, but also make me a sense motive check for how self-aware you are.
Okay. Arcana is a 33.
Okay.
Sense motive is a 18.
18. I mean, you're pretty confident it's not just your brain playing tricks on you. There's lots of reasons why like a magical effect could like produce the image of another person right there. Why it's like a flickering, like it was there, you look back and it wasn't there. You're not quite sure. But there is like quite a few natural and unnatural phenomena that could produce that effect. Like even you're just focusing on like two schools of magic that could totally do that pretty easily. And so the only like thing that leans you one way or the other is like it might be more of a not illusion, enchantment style, like tricking your brain into thinking something is happening, Because nobody else really reacted to like the like someone being there and like disappearing.
I'm gonna go ahead and surreptitiously cast Detect Magic.
Absolutely. Let me double check exactly what you get from Detect Magic.
I mean, it's either this or I start hucking fireballs into the crowd, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, scratch that. I don't have fireballs, so I'll just start shocking, grasping everyone I can. Throw a lightning bolt here or there.
Yeah, so immediately you can pick up like straight on, turns on, there is an aura of magic surrounding you, like actively on you. As you like let the rounds and you're walking, let the time go to like pick up more reads. You immediately second round, it's one like specific aura, or at least it's one aura that is not normally on you. Like you have a few magical auras, but once you get like to the point, like you get to the third round, you can make a knowledge arcana check to determine what's happening, like what kind of aura it is. But it is a fairly strong magical aura that's like affecting you specifically.
Knowledge Arcana puts me at a 27. Let me check that real quick. Pretty sure it's 27.
27. It's a divination effect. And it does look like, looking at it, it's like a location type divination effect. Like something's tracking you.
Sus.
Do you have an idea for how long this will last?
It's a fairly strong magical aura. 27. 27, you get like the feeling this is like a 24-hour, like this is something that has to get refreshed every day.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm guessing that the gentleman's or the adventurers club place, the adventurers clubhouse, is like the only like upscale lodging in this town.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I just realized there's a baby Yoda in the background, Justin.
Oh, yeah, we have a few of those hanging around.
So cute.
I'd like to look around and see if I can spot anyone observing me as I'm just kind of milling about.
Okay. Roll me a perception then.
28.
28.
Probably not enough. Hoping for the nat 20. And I don't have Dispel Magic prepared today.
Yeah. You're watching and you're like looking at the crowds and you're looking at the people, like people loading the unloading the cargo and the different like people milling around. And you notice like every once in a while, like definitely every time, it's always like a person in a crowd, and it's never the same person, it's never the same face, and it's never someone that you glance, you clock that they're like staring at you, like pretty intently staring at you, and you do the thing where you like scan past and then you scan back and they're not there anymore, but it's like very like clear that like the like posturing of like all of these people is like coming from a very similar physicality. They're all like heights, builds, they all look different. And they're never particularly close to where the last one you saw.
Okay.
And then you wait for a little while, and then you kind of just stop seeing seeing them watching you. It's stopped for now. But that divination effect is still on the.
Okay. I'm going to start moving towards like the outskirts, basically, where there's less people.
Okay.
Back towards kind of in the, not directly back towards camp, but in that general like cardinal direction. Just out of town, essentially.
Okay.
Sticking to a road or something like that. Like,
and so you're not particular.
Making it obvious where I'm going.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Sweet. Okay. All right. You walk away, and there is no like discernible anything following you. There is like a faint, like not jet stream, but like comet tail almost of like this magical aura, and then like almost like feels like it's like blowing in the wind, where it doesn't quite follow where you're walking, but it like you can very clearly tell that it's like it's shifting into different directions and. Almost like it's like endpoint is moving.
Okay. Is it like shifting different directions like all around, or is it just staying in one general direction and moving side to side?
All around. Kind of like if you took like a compass up to the North Pole.
Gotcha.
So it's not something that you think you could triangulate a location. Like maybe triangulate a location if it was more consistent, but it's not. There's, okay. I think you think too much white noise. Zach, remind me again, you took your sword off for the duel, but you have it back, correct?
I do.
Okay.
Olafar's sword is in odds. No, you got it back?
I didn't give it up.
Oh,
yeah, he never gave it up.
You didn't.
Okay. I am. Is there anyone who seems to be following me out of town?
It does not appear so, no.
Okay. I am going to walk back to camp.
Okay.
When I get within 720 feet of camp, and I can see it,
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Minor Image, and I'm going to create 12 10-foot cubes of a camp that looks extremely comfortable. Like, big tent.
Wow.
Like, change the wagon to make it look, kind of make it look canopied and filled with, like, like, have, like, little pelts of, like, animals or something, like, hanging out of, like, as if it was peeking out. Basically, turn it in and make it look like a gentleman adventurer's camp.
Of course.
And I can create minor sounds, so there'll be the crackle of a fire and, like, the hubbub of people talking.
Yeah, like in the pavilion tent and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I will walk to camp as calm as you please.
Hey, we're going to switch perspectives a little bit here. Ólafur, Makani, you have made your way back to camp with Odd. Odd has been, like, she'll talk with you. Everything's pretty pleasant. She's, like, done scolding you guys for now. And you wait for a little while, mostly, like, packing up kind of stuff you end up doing. You watch as, like, suddenly out of nowhere, there's, like...
I was going to say something real quick.
Go for it.
So, I've spent this time deep in thought.
Me too!
Of course.
I have options.
And probably, I don't know how long we've been back at camp.
It's been a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but Ólafur will just, like, bolt upright like he's gotten an idea.
Whoa.
Look up. What position is the sun in right now? Like, what time of day?
Early afternoon.
Okay. Look over at Makani.
She's drawing in her book.
I've had an idea.
Me too. What have you thought of?
Oh, God.
I will be back before sunrise.
Alright.
Oh, no.
Bye.
And a flash of rainbow.
Oh, stop him! Stop him!
Ólafur, where are you going?
So what's the terrain like around here?
It's like flat scrublands. You're like on the outskirts of like grasslands, just like on the edge of the like rainforest and the actual like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, yeah. Then I will just kind of like following like the edge, like not super close to the edge of the rainforest, but not like fully in like the scrubland grassland. Just 880 feet along that direction, and then just kind of keep walking.
Okay.
And I will message you what I am doing.
Okay.
Well, he disappears. Odd, I have some ideas.
Do these ideas require you to disappear as well?
No.
What are your ideas?
Actually, I really want to show Corvus. I want to show him how good of an idea I have.
She'll pat your back. Okay, I think he would be interested to hear it.
Okay.
And as she says that, there is like this like flash and like this tent and this like large, very posh campsite like arises around you guys, and you find yourself inside of a pavilion tent where like the sound of like people talking and like a faint hubbub is coming from inside the tent, but there's no one else around.
Great. She's gonna try to grab one of the tent sheets.
Your hand goes right through it.
Ah, man. Odd, what is going on?
Grab one of the 10 sheets. Oh my gosh.
Is this you? Is this because we killed all those cyborg chimp things? Did they come back to haunt us?
No, I don't think they've come back to haunt us. I do wonder if perhaps, and she'll walk out of the tent through like the slightly open, half-frozen thing.
Door.
And she's going to try and with her very, very nearsighted eyes, try and look for Corvus, who's too far away for her to see.
Makani just walks right through.
Corvus, you come in right as Makani walks through the walls of the pavilion tent.
That was weird.
Please, inside, and use the door.
Okay.
Where's Ólafur?
You went for a walk?
He,
I'm just gonna look at Odd, like a look that just communicates. Why didn't you stop him?
you see her like shrug and like what exactly did you what exactly was I supposed to do?
Aww. I have some ideas.
One problem at a time. First, where's Mink?
He is walking. Lefty and Reginald, he should be, and she points, and he's like maybe like 30 feet away, and he's like fully wrapped up. He is like made them leashes, and they have fully like entangled him in the leashes.
Oh, that is amazing.
Mink, could you hold off on playing with Reginald and Lefty for a moment and come talk with us for a little bit?
Ink will be happy to do that, Corvus Renard. And you watch as he literally waddles forward and still has like fully the strength while like barely moving his feet to like drag Lefty and Reginald with him.
Mink, I'll help you. Wait for me inside. I'll be there in a moment. I'm gonna help him get untangled.
Okay. I think, yeah, you just help him get untangled. I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Disabled device. Escape artist.
No. You help him get untangled. You get him into the tent with Lefty and Reginald, no problem.
Okay. I have not quite yet secured passage on the ship. I know who to talk to about it, though. However, some other fellows arrived. Seemed very interested in the story of the duel earlier this morning. And one of them, I think, is capable of casting magic. Not parlor tricks, but true magic. I have a divination spell on me right now.
I don't know
Hence
what that means.
the charade. Someone is tracking my location right now.
Why would
They know exactly where I am.
Why would they do that?
Odd walks up to you And she says, "Where is the aura nexus at?"
Where is the aura nexus at?
You just like that's something with you've had enough time to study it that you could like. It's basically like knowing where to cast like dispel magic. So you can dictate that out to her pretty well, and she'll like fully go up and like prod you. And you probably don't have to detect magic off, but she casts dispel magic.
Okay. I'll cast detect magic real quick. To verify that it is gone with my own eyes.
It is gone, yes.
Thank you, Odd. I would have done it myself, but I didn't anticipate the need today.
That's okay. I've got you.
This is troubling, though. So, hence the appearance of an adventurer's camp trying to keep us under the radar and attract as little attention as possible.
Odd nods and she pulls out her armchair and like sits down and starts like knitting while she listens.
I've not used this spell very much, so I wasn't quite sure how much I'd be able to do, but seeing how much it can do, I don't imagine there'll be any trouble in making Lefty and Reginald look like true horses.
Oh.
Did you have something else in mind?
I did. Option number 1. We get a box that is really big. Do not open on it, and there are little air holes at the top. Option number 2, we make them ghosts. That was Ólafar's.
Yes, I remember.
And the third option, my favorite. We just let them ride on the top of the Zeppelin. All the way there.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one. Oh.
Then no one would know that they were on the ship, because no one goes up there. So, which one are we going to use? Also, Ólafur has an idea, and I don't know where he went.
Of course he has an idea,
It'll
and
be
of course
like a
that's why he
sunrise.
left. Actually, the box idea isn't the worst. That's
Gotta
feasible,
find a box
although
big enough.
not sure where we'd find a box.
Or
that large.
arrows. I don't know how to make. I don't have a sword. You have a sword.
I imagine it could be fairly easy to convince someone that we are transporting some wild beast back to the London Zoo or something of that
Odd
sort.
laughs. Technically, we are.
Suppose we are.
Where are we taking them, by the way? Are we where are you taking them back to the SRD headquarters, and they're just gonna hang out with us all the time?
Well, I mean, they can always
Where did we get
arrange.
That's right.
We can always arrange to have them sent to my family estate, where they would be more than welcome. Although I'm not sure how.
You very like vividly can imagine your mother's reaction to.
Would it be a good thing or a bad thing? You brought home giant foxes.
It's an option. They are our responsibility after all, and they do deserve the best life we can give them. Which I don't think involves riding on the top
They're
of
so
an airship.
Cute, though. Look at their little tails.
They look like little squirrels.
Not
just
to scale.
because the drawing is,
Yeah.
like your camera view is so small that they just look like little squirrels.
Little squirrels. Look at those squirrels. See, look how happy they look under those. I got them little eye holes.
Oh my gosh. Suppose that's something to be determined once we're finished with this current predicament, which just seems to be getting more complicated.
Well, why don't we go to sleep and then see what Ólafur has for us in the morning? Also, I can do magic too. I don't know why we call it parlor tricks. We're not in a parlor. Why do they call it parlor tricks, not parlor entertainment?
An excellent question.
Who's being tricked?
The audience.
Why would you trick your audience when you invite them over?
It's like a lie that everyone knows about. But it's entertaining to pretend that you don't know that they're lying. So it's not a true lie. Just mull it over.
I will, while I sleep.
Odd, go ahead and get as much rest as you wish. I'm going to be up all night holding this concentration spell.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Fantastic.
Odd gives you a weird look. She says, "All right, I'll see you in 4 hours." She'll get her because she's not going to sleep on Lefty and Reginald with everyone. She's going to pull her double bed that she has in her bag of holding out with the help of me because she can't physically actually lift and pull it out. And she'll go to sleep. Then I guess you're going to be up all night, and obviously, like your main focus is maintaining concentration on that's on your spell. What else are you going to do to occupy your time?
Keep watch.
Okay.
Plan.
Alrighty, so roll me a perception check for the night.
Ouch. That'd be a 14.
14, okay.
That was almost as low as I possibly could get.
Alright. 14. Nothing out in like the wider world. There is no reapplication of the divination spell. The aura never returns throughout the night. Early in the morning, early enough that it's still within that first 4 hours before it gets in, Ólafur walks through into the tent with two hyenas slung over his, like dead hyenas slung over his shoulder.
Ólafur, I'm imagining I'm sitting outside.
Yeah, you see him first.
If that's what you'd like to do, then you'll see him approach the camp.
Ah, you're finally back.
Yes, I am.
Seems your outing was a success.
I think this could work.
And what is your idea?
Well, you said that we could not have them look like foxes because foxes are not in this area. So I thought maybe if we make them look like something that occurs in this area, it would be less troublesome. So I found these. These are what this place has that is closest to foxes that I could find.
Did you see any that were the size of horses?
No, but I mean, that can't be... I mean, size ranges, you know.
No, that's about as big as hyenas get.
Maybe these are special hyenas. It's still better than them being foxes.
I'm not sure that giant foxes wearing hyena skin suits is
they
better.
wouldn't be wearing the skins. We could paint them.
So then why did you kill these 2 hyenas?
For references?
I was thinking you could like. Well, yeah. Mhm.
Your effort is admirable, but I think we can just use magic to accomplish that.
Well, then why don't you just make them look like horses if you can use magic to do it so fancy?
That's what I will be doing.
I thought there were issues with that last time, though.
No, I wasn't confident on the spell, but as you can see, the spell can do quite a lot.
But can it animate?
I believe I can attach it to things.
But in case it doesn't work, we could also paint them to look like hyenas.
We could also paint them to be hyenas and put them in a box and put that box on top of the Zeppelin. And also put sheets
Those are really good ideas.
Yeah. I'm keeping watch for the night, so feel free to get some rest.
Well, I was going to deal with these first.
As you will.
And I will, set to, skinning and dressing the hyenas and stuff.
Okay, roll me a survival check.
$19.
Alright, yeah, you managed to scan and dress them. They're not dissimilar to a wolf in overall anatomy, so it's not like you've never skinned or dressed anything like that before.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you managed to get a decent amount of meat in the beginnings of the skin. It's going to take a longer amount of time if you want to properly tan and the hide.
Yeah.
Alright. The night goes on. I'm looking up real quick rules on not sleeping through the night.
Pathfinder would have some.
I believe I become fatigued.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
think
I
a
do.
Constitution save.
Ah,
Yeah, you have to make a roll.
Yeah.
my constitution isn't awful.
I forget if it's a Constitution or a Fortitude save, though. So.
If it's fortitude, I'm all for that, because
I
that's
am all for that, too. Trust
freaking
me.
pretty good.
I believe it has to be because it's a save, so it's a fortitude.
Oh, yeah. It would have to be Fortitude. Too much 5e.
Yeah.
An 18. I don't know what the DC is, but that's what I got for fortitude.
Oh, gosh. I rolled a 3. 17 Fortitude.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Oh.
Okay. It's your first night. You're tired, but you're not fatigued.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you both get through the night. You're tired. Okay. And there's not at any point either of you draw your weapons or do anything like that, correct?
No.
Nope, you're just kind of spending that. Okay. All right. Well, then Odd wakes up 4 hours into your watch, and you, after a night of really nothing happening, and again, the aura does not reapply itself, and you do not see anything in the distance. The Makani M'ink wake to two little grouchy, slightly sleep deprived Ólafur and Corvus, and Odd making breakfast.
I will present Odd with the hyena meat.
Meat?
Yeah, you guys are having fried hyena steaks for breakfast with some eggs.
Ólafur, welcome back. What's your
Hello.
idea? You didn't even see my ideas. You left so fast.
Corvus mentioned them briefly.
I don't understand your accent. What?
Corvus mentioned them briefly.
Oh, okay. No, it's just, seriously though, that was so thick. She's just like, oh, are you speaking English? I only speak English and stone.
My idea was to find something similar to foxes that occurs here to make the foxes look like that.
Do you have paint?
I'm sure the town has paint.
I like this idea already. We'll have to go back to town.
Corvus says they would still be too big.
Yes.
But I'm
Oh,
very
hi
used
Corvus.
to large animals.
Right, you're here.
Large
Yes,
animals are
I'm
not
still
like
here.
a rare thing.
Once everyone is finished with breakfast, if you could just keep eyes out. I'm going to have to end this spell and test to make sure that I can attach it to the horses, or to the foxes.
Do we have to change
Zach.
their names?
Remind me what this name of that spell is again.
Mhm.
That's
Minor image.
yeah.
I'm sure I'm using it or attempting to use it in a way it wasn't intended to be, but it's the best I got.
It's close because you can create a creature, and it can move within the limits of the size of the effect.
Mm-hmm. You said they're like Clydesdale size.
They are Clydesdale size, so you totally, as long as you kept them.
You'd have to tuck their tail down somehow, or like tie it to their back.
As long as you kept them close. No, actually no, because you could do 4 10-foot cubes. So you could technically affect like the overall area that they're in individually, because that's more than 4 10-foot cubes.
On mine, it says I can do visual figment that cannot extend beyond 12 10-foot cubes.
Oh, it's +1 10-foot cube per level. Yeah, so it would be more than 4. I was totally reading that not all the way through. Yeah, 12 would make sense.
I think Peg did this. Peg, yeah.
Yeah, which peg?
Peg.
Yeah, which pig?
Okay. I think what I'm going to have you do, because like it's doable. The issue is then putting it within where they're moving and they're not in a static cube. I'm going to have you roll me. I want to do I think we're going to do just a flat like spell check. So just
Spellcrafter?
Spellcraft will work. Have I ever actually bothered to read the skill description for what spellcraft actually is? No, not even once.
Who needs to do that?
I know what the name is, and I can.
You're the GM.
It would have been an 18, but it
You
was
have the power.
Ooh, even better, a 19. So that is a total of 32.
Yeah, you have enough magical acumen that that you can attach it to him, and you think you could. It's anyone who would actually like be able to like know that it's an illusion and like could see through it and like is like aware enough of what magic is could see how janky it is. But like people who see a horse-sized thing looks like a horse are probably going to overlook like any of those kind of like jittery inconsistencies.
I can also make them sound like horses, you know, clip-clopping of hooves,
Aww.
snorts and neighs. If I wanted to, I could make it sound like they're talking, but not make actually any words.
Love it.
Okay. So yeah, you can. I would say you could do that.
Okay. So I will test that on Lefty and Reginald.
Okay.
And have them move around and basically see what it looks like. And then
yeah, you have a successful test. Ink runs them in like a kind of like Liberty Works kind of like circle. And it looks good. Like I again, because you guys know that magic is at play, you can see the like kind of like glitches in the matrix, but like, it looks good.
Well, it won't hold up to any serious scrutiny, but it should be enough to get them on board. Hopefully.
Zach, remind me, what is like the process that Corvus goes through when you're casting spells? Do you have to touch the sword, or
You know, I think that's really a flavor thing.
like mechanically, I know you don't, but like, what is like your vision for how you cast spells?
Yeah, I'd say like there'd be like when he typically casts spells, it's not like this big anime like yelling like Super Dragon Ultra Fist, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And with like big over the top motions, it's all really like subdued and subtle. But yeah, I'd say left hand like grabs the sword, not to draw, but just
Okay.
and then the right hand is doing all of any somatic components.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm just trying to like keep all of that in mind.
Uh-huh. Right.
Yeah, everything I do has ulterior motives, and everything's
Noted.
going to kill
Yes.
you. Okay. Yeah, you have a successful test. You have a day, 2 days, really, if you can include today, to get your tickets, get ready, and get loaded onto the. You've already forgotten the Grand Jubilee.
Grand
There we go.
Jubilee.
Okay.
What year is it again? In the
Hang on.
1918.
okay.
So fully like the tail end of World War One.
Yeah.
Odd, do you think? Actually, phrase this another way. Makani, would you let Odd borrow your hat?
Yeah, no problem.
Odd, could you go and secure us passage on the Grand Jubilee? I need to stay here to make the camp continue to look like what I've been making it look like.
Why again are you doing that?
To keep up appearances, not draw attention.
Why do we care about... Oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe so
remember.
people don't scream and start shooting at us.
I haven't left the camp since I've been very bored. Yes, Ólafur.
Yes.
You want to play tic-tac-go again for the 500th time today?
It's only 8 o'clock.
Do
A
I
very
draw
fast
too much
game.
attention?
Say that again?
Do I draw too much attention?
Yes, but it's unavoidable. No, we're not going to
Maybe-
paint you to look like a
No,
hyena.
that is what I was going to ask. Do I have your permission to run a quick errand?
Can I go with you?
I can do this alone.
I am
What's the
so
errand?
tired of the camp. I want to leave.
I want to acquire something.
I would like to acquire
no
what
help.
he's acquiring. Can I go? If he can go, why can't I go?
Makani,
Odd has already left with the hat.
Yeah.
you don't need my permission, Ólafur. You're, honorary member of this team, but not officially a member of this team. I can't give you orders and expect you to follow them. But I am interested to know what you are trying to go get and whether or not it might jeopardize our mission here.
It is a disguise.
Are you going to kill another animal?
No.
Or a person.
You're not going to kill a person.
I'm just going to go into town and get the disguise.
Town?
Makani, stay here.
I'll stay.
You don't have your hat. That would cause problems.
Not if I'm not here.
What?
She casts blink and she disappears.
She doesn't disappear. She just kind of vibrates.
Blink does something totally different in Pathfinder than
Oh.
in 5e.
Yeah, you just blink in and out.
No.
It's a 50% miss chance.
It is.
Yep.
Of the ethereal plane though. So
You're half of the time you're visible still.
yeah. Let me roll for it though. Because the first time I disappear, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's like flickering back and forth. It's not a.
It's just
it's
you're
not
bouncing
a-
back and forth. You're like out of phase.
I'm gonna look it up. She cast that though.
Okay. I'm pretty sure the wording says you flicker rapidly
Mm-hmm.
between the two, but
So
It's like multiple times a second.
no, it's not. It's not every
Yeah,
round. It's
it's-
happening
it's-
like constantly.
It's constant.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
constant
You're
flickering.
basically, you're putting yourself like out of phase with both planes, like halfway between, kind of.
Yeah. So you functionally exist both on the ethereal and the material plane at the same time.
You blink quickly back and forth between the material plane and the ethereal plane and look as though you're winking in and out of reality at random.
I can step through solid objects when I'm blinking. Good to know.
With consequences.
Yes, with consequences.
Only like 1d6 points of damage per 5 feet so traveled.
So you cast that spell. Yes, Makani, I can still see you. In fact, this draws even more attention to yourself.
Bummer. After 7 rounds, it stops.
Ólafur, you didn't answer my question.
I did. I said I was going to get the disguise.
Oh, right, the disguise. I can't stop you. I mean, I probably could, but I'm not going to.
I will take that as permission.
Yes, strike him down. Destroy him.
Oh. I will kind of roll up the 2 hyena pelts.
Okay.
Wow.
Since we won't be needing these. And start walking to town.
Suppose you could use them for bartering.
That is the plan.
All right, Ólafur, you make it into town. Oh, I'm not gonna make you roll. It's a small market. There's 2 people selling clothes, and there's 1 person who is selling hides.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have you roll me a general.
I have specific items I'm looking for.
Okay. I'll listen, and then I'll tell you what I want you to roll.
Any pair of sunglasses.
Okay.
Any hat. Any overcoat.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Literally like the...
You're gonna
The
look like a
go-to.
friggin' sex offender.
That's the disguise in every movie.
I know.
Sunglasses.
Because like my eyes glow and that calls attention, so sunglasses will help with that.
Okay. I'm
And
gonna
then
tell
just
you.
general not calling attention to myself
Mm-hmm.
attire.
You're not gonna find sunglasses. I'm just gonna tell you that now.
Oh, that's
this
something
is-
I need most.
I want to tell you, like, straight up that sunglasses have, like, barely begun to, like, I don't think they're, like, popularly made, like, in the
Okay.
mainstream until, like, the 30s. And this is a small, out-of-the-way town, so even if, like, there were, like, the prototypes to it, like, this is not the thing. You can get a like a long coat and a hat. They are.
Is there anything else that would help cover up my eyes?
I mean, short of wrapping like a
cloth or like a bandana?
cloth or a bandage around it and going like do the blind monk thing, I don't think you're gonna find anything here. Actually, roll me. Roll me a like a flat luck check, just like D20.
Okay. 18.
18. There is a like, I guess for lack of a better word, sand goggles.
Okay.
That are like carved wood with like a slit
Uh-huh.
that like reduces the amount of like crap.
Perfect.
Think the sandbenders from
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, I will buy those. A hat and a coat.
Hey, does Ólafur read?
English.
That's a great question. I can definitely read. Well, okay. What's the intelligence for reading? What's the intelligence required for reading?
No.
Don't remember. Let's find out.
Oh no.
That's a really good
Because I'm
question.
in the same boat. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Great, half our party is illiterate.
Mm-hmm. Less than half, but yes.
That doesn't say. What is your guys? You guys both have 6s, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in the troll, hellhound, ogre range. Gotcha.
That's
forget ear
not
facts.
good. But yes, that is accurate.
Not there. Let me check the linguistics skill. See if they have rules on it.
I'm totally fine not being able to read Common or English or whatever. If I could read, like, at least, like, Norse runes, that'd be great. But, oh.
Okay, I'm gonna say you can read Norse, fine. In terms of English, you can read English. It's just gonna take you a long time.
Okay.
It's like it's going to be a full round action to read a sentence.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Okay.
The dog is brown.
Yeah.
Hey, those are important words.
Which then leads us to the point I was originally coming to.
Yes.
When you are buying and getting your disguise, you do find on, like, I think vellum's the word I'm looking for. What's the no, vellum's not right. What's the precursor to paper that's on sheepskin?
Parchment?
Is it parchment? Okay, I couldn't remember if it was parchment or vellum. You do find a parchment note shoved inside of, like, one of the folds of your I want to call it a toga, but that's not quite right. Shoved in, like, the folds of your clothes.
Oh, the stuff I'm wearing?
Of the stuff you are currently wearing, like, prior to changing. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't change. I would just throw the coat on over it.
Well, that's fine, but, like, shifting stuff around, you do in this process, you do find so it's tucked someplace where it doesn't, like, rub against your skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, like, been placed on you. Like, maybe it's, like, tucked into, like, the back of your belt.
Okay.
There is, like, a piece of parchment with like, writing in English, like, scribbled.
I will spend however long I need to try to read that.
All right. Good chunks of it are just, like, nonsense. But there is, like, parts of it is like, what are you? Who are you? What are you? What are you? Who are you? Why are you? What are you? What can your eyes see? Saw you walking. I saw you in the woods. I saw the way that you struck. Is the strength from you or is the strength from someone else? Who are you? What are you? What are you? What are you?
I'm gonna, like, look around. Under the sudden assumption that I'm being watched.
You can make me a perception check if you'd like.
Oh. 21.
21. No, you don't see anybody.
I'm gonna, like, turn around and, like, start to go back and then, like, look around and start looking, like, super fast, like I'm trying to lull them into a false sense of security. And then go back and then, like, grab these goggles. What kind of hat did I find?
It's like a cone kind of hat. It's woven reeds.
Perfect. And then as far as, like, any overcoat?
It's like a wool. It has no sleeves, so it is literally just like a big, like, knee-length vest, basically.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I'm loving this.
Yeah, it is bright orange.
Wonderful. Perfect.
Yeah, Very
Yep.
inconspicuous.
getting these things, and I'm going to, yeah. Who do I buy these from? Just kind of asking the air.
One of the vendors, Zach, helps you out, like raises their hand, talks to you, is like super like. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a resort town that is primarily frequented by like super rich people, and you know that it's frequented by super rich people by how utterly terrified all of the servers are of any interaction with you. It's got that same energy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you experienced this recently, Justin? Is that...
I mean, yeah, I've anytime we go to like Sun Valley.
Sun Valley. Okay, that makes
Sun Valley
sense.
for sure is.
I was gonna say, I was like, I don't know if I know any place that's like that. That makes
Sun
sense.
Valley for sure is like real bad, like to the point where like one time they brought we went to phenomenal like taco tequila bar and they brought out the salsa but they didn't bring out the chip, and the girl looked like she was ready to cry and have a panic attack when she realized that they had only brought out the salsa.
Oh no.
Oh man.
So-
Yeah, no, they because bunch of wankers.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I love that Butler. I wish we'd known his name.
I wish you hadn't killed him.
I apologize.
It matters to him.
It matters to him. We didn't even get his name.
I would like these things.
Yeah. And you managed to work out a trade for your hyena pelts. Honestly, you're probably bringing in something with a higher value than the things you do also walk away with some British currency. So you have some paper, some pounds on you.
I just have some paper.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, you...
I'll just stuff it in a random pocket.
Okay.
I was given paper.
There you go.
Yeah. And then, yeah, you have all the things that you asked for.
Awesome.
You make your way back, I'm assuming.
Meanwhile.
Wearing the disguise.
Of course. Meanwhile,
Hey, Odd.
Odd has left to go get you guys tickets.
Hey, Corvus and Mink.
Yes, Makani?
I want to go to the Butler's funeral. Do you think that they're having it in town? Noah.
As
You're drinking at the wrong moment.
as honorable as that is, I don't think we will be in town when his funeral happens. If it happens.
I want to know his name. What if he had children?
All very important things to consider before you kill someone.
Okay, but like he was super nice. I think. He had
So why didn't you
had
kill him?
2 different personalities. He scared me. He was screaming. He called me a demon.
Yeah, well, you scared him.
Well, he got scared first and tried to run.
A perfectly natural reaction.
Are you sure we just can't ask somebody what his name was?
I promise we will find out what his name was before we leave.
Great. Can you go now?
No,
When?
not now.
I'm gonna wait until you I'm not getting on that Jubilee until you have the name.
That's fine.
Great. You were really smart to do that duel, by the way. That was a really cool thing that you did. I thought you were gonna kill him, but then you didn't. So that was also nice.
It seemed the best way to avoid copious amounts of bloodshed. I'm glad it worked out.
And you guys are friends now?
I'd say we have a gentleman's understanding. Camaraderie more than friendship.
Right.
A respect.
Ah. Do you think he knows the Butler's name?
He might. But there's a chance that he doesn't. A fairly good chance that he doesn't.
No one knows his name. Should have asked him his name. That's all Makani's doing.
Ólafur comes back.
Whoa, who are you? Halt. Stop. You're not.
Like left up his goggles. Oh, don't worry, it is me.
Oh, it is. I got a nat 1 on my sense motive, so that's perfect. Whoa! Ólafur? Wow, did you get one of those cool hats like me?
Since when can you cast Alter Self?
Oh. No, there's just a normal hat.
Nat 1.
So good.
Classic.
I'll just look to Corvus. Is this better?
Fooled me.
It's not worse.
I didn't even know who it was.
Then it's better. Oh, I also got this, and I'll hand him, like, the piece of parchment. I don't know what it is.
I'll read it.
Yeah, there are portions of it where like it is like deranged scribblings that are just fully not like actual words, and it's just like sporadically like bursts out and like it's crooked letters. Like it wanders off and like starts off in like a different page, and it's like crazy shit. Like what are you? What are you? What are you? What do your eyes sees? What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? I saw you in the woods last night. I saw the way that you hit them. Is the strength from you? Where's the strength from? Like just like fully just like weird.
This is precisely why I was trying to avoid drawing attention to ourselves. Just
With sunglasses?
never a simple mission. Never straightforward. Though I suppose
Also
it
got
would
these,
have sent us if it was straightforward.
and I'll pull out the stack of British currency that is just paper to me. I do not know what they are, but
That would be money.
Yeah, it's like £5.
This is not money,
Yes, it is.
but this is paper.
I believe it's actually a sort of linen, but
What is linen?
a very fine cloth.
Okay, then it is cloth,
Yes,
not money.
it represents. It is money. It represents pounds of sterling silver. Hence, they're called British pounds. So you have.
These are not worth anything.
They are.
So if I went and bought cloth and cut them into rectangles, it would be worth something?
It would be worth whatever that cloth was worth. But
So how is this cloth more expensive? than that cloth?
Ólafur, where you come from, what do they use for currency?
He'll just pull out a like a relatively large gold coin with the Voknut inscribed on it, and proffer it to you.
Yeah. I'll take it. I'll hold it up. Ólafur, let's say I would like to buy something from you.
I
Ooh, what
want
would
to
you
watch
like to
this.
buy?
I want to watch this.
Okay?
Okay.
And I have this money. But let's say this money isn't in my pocket right now.
This is my favorite game.
It's back somewhere else where it's being kept safe and secure.
Mm-hmm.
Right? With no easy way for me to get to it.
Oh. Okay.
So what I do is instead of giving you the money, this coin, I give you a piece of paper that promises to pay you that coin.
Okay.
That's what you're holding.
But then I would have to come back and give them the coin anyways later.
No, the coin is eventually these pieces of paper now represent the coin. The coins don't move anywhere.
You know what this is called?
That just sounds like not keeping the promise.
See,
It is keeping the promise. It's you're now exchanging promises. The promise is the money now.
But
Corvus.
that's not money, that's just a promise.
Makani's
For
gonna
money.
freak. I figured it out. It's a lie that everybody knows about. It's a parlor trick.
Oh.
You know, Makani, I think that is the best explanation that I have heard for modern economy.
Thank you.
It is a lie that everyone knows about. It is a parlor
It is a
trick.
parlor trick. Where'd the money go?
Ólafur,
No one
I won't
knows.
pretend that it makes sense or is easy to understand, but that is how things are done here.
It's imagination.
That is weird.
There are still coins.
It's not real.
There are still coins, although they are usually much smaller. Their value is much less. It's inconvenient to carry around pounds and pounds of gold or silver. Much more convenient to carry around one piece of paper that will represent all of that.
What country are you from again, Ólafur?
I am from Norway.
Norway.
Norway is how you would.
He said Norway. Corvus. I've never heard of that place.
I'm just telling you, you would maybe know it by the name Norway.
Oh. Is it near Norway?
No, they're the same thing.
It's just Norway.
Another parlor trick. Okay.
No. Okay.
That's her lesson of the day.
Her go-to.
It's her lesson of the day. She's
Oh,
the
it's
lesson
just
of
a
the
parlor chick. Okay, I
day.
get
Can I
it
gain
now.
an intelligence for that? Just.
Oh, I'll put it under consideration.
You get half a point of
Negative
intelligence
points for
rounded
that.
down.
Yes, that's right.
Oh.
Have a point rounded.
I'm from a relatively small village in the mountains.
What do you do if you want stuff?
Do we have traders?
How do you traitors?
Traders.
Traitors. Corvus.
Traders.
Merchants.
Merchants.
Yes, merchants.
How do you trade?
We send the traders, and they do the trading. And
Ah. Do you use money?
we do.
What do you have some?
I will hand another one of these coins to you that Corvus is still holding.
Does it look different than a normal?
It's inscribed with the Voknut.
Wow. How much is this worth? What could I trade for the? What would you trade? Can I buy? Point to the Grand Jubilee. That with this?
I don't know how much that is actually worth. Here, if you use paper.
Here, I will trade you something. Would you like a brown jar?
Is there anything special about it?
There's ointment inside.
Why do you have a brown jar with ointment inside?
Okay, not that one. Would you like a golden... No, not golden. Golden stick of chalk.
These are very random things.
How about 9 rusted nails?
What will I do with 9 rusted nails?
1 fresh, crispy, ruby red apple.
Oh no, don't do that.
That actually does sound quite nice.
Would you like a bite?
No.
Corvus came back at just the right time.
But I haven't had an apple in a long time.
Ólafur, we got that apple from the 3 witches that we killed in the pyramid.
Oh, I don't want that apple.
No, you do not want that apple.
Corvus has a brass token poker chip size thingy that has 2 different sides on it. Which one says gift shop entrance and the other one says good day mate with a Hawaiian guy.
I don't think I have that anymore.
Ah!
No, you still do.
Oh, I still do? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Can you use it?
I'm not going to use it right now. We don't have anything to pay.
We do!
Buy anything.
I hold the coin. I can buy another snow globe.
We'll do it when we're back in Scotland.
Fine. How about an empty jar?
You can just keep the coin.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I keep it.
I need to go to sleep.
Okay.
Okay. And we will pick up here next week.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Noah.
Thank you, guys.
Justin.
Thank you, guys.
Always.
That's
Plot thickens.
so fun. I went back and looked at my notes and I was like, that apple, and I have written of what it does, and I'm so excited to use that at some point in this campaign.
I half expect with that like weird scribbled, crazed ravings, ramblings on the parchment. I half expect us to be walking through the woods and just hear Toro.
No!
Toro, Ólafur.
No!
Toro.
Noah, that is from the first block of the Weird War 1, where
The first
where
SRD
I
team.
will find the clip for you, where literally
Oh, yeah.
Justin was so creepy on camera. I was like freaked out. I was like, Justin, you are so creepy. And you even went back and watched it and you're like, that was creepy.
It was really fucking creepy.
But that's what he was saying. We were walking through these woods and Michelangelo was the Kappa walking through. I was like, Dora Michelangelo. No, run away.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Oh, man.
You too.
Good night, guys. That's awesome.